I can say from experience, I get clipped out of context a lot. Lefties on Twitter and on the internet are some of the dumbest people you'll ever find.
Okay, I'm gonna be doing a debunking video on this video. Probably gonna be 2 parts, maybe 3. I think just 2. On Xanderhaul, and the video is titled "Steven Crowder Goes Mask Off Racist and Fails to Prove Trump Deserves a Nobel Peace Prize." It's pretty easy to prove that. He chartered a peace deal between Israel and the United Arab Emirates, so I think that's pretty easy. But okay, well, let's watch this video because it gets really awful, like progressively more awful.
An hour. So we're gonna skip through it a little bit. We're gonna watch it a little bit faster.
Yeah, we're gonna skip
An
you a little bit.
hour-long Crowder video, so we'll probably like skip through a Nobel Peace Prize. I actually don't even know that much about the Nobel Peace Prize. From my understanding, wasn't Hitler?
Okay, so starting off, I love the amount of liberal cope around the Trump Nobel Peace Prize thing. Like, well, a lot of people get the nominations. Well, I mean, it doesn't mean anything. Like, holy fuck, the amount of leftist cope in the past, like, years when it comes to now Nobel Peace Prize, the Russia thing, which will get mentioned later, and, the election itself. Like, holy fuck. The amount of unironic cope from the left is just astounding, and it's kind of sad, but it's really funny.
Nominated for one? I could have sworn he was.
Yeah, let's get through this.
Getting nominated for it doesn't necessarily mean that you're like a particularly good person. Um,
Yeah, okay, the cope, we don't need the cope.
Peace Prize. Now, I would actually argue Obama did not deserve a Nobel Peace
Yeah,
Prize.
no shit, Obama didn't deserve the Peace Prize.
The Iran deal was a big thing. I
Yeah, for Iran, lifting sanctions and all that shit. And, like, holy fuck, yeah, it's a big deal for Iran, so they can fucking cheat on the nuclear shit. Like,
he probably did get it for the Iran deal because the Iran deal was a really, really big thing. Um, and for I don't know. I think it was probably for the Iran deal. The Iran deal was like a massive, like huge deal, so that was pretty good. But besides that, the bar.
I mean, huge in the fact that, like, it leaves Israel open to attack. There are loopholes. Fuck, what was it? I have, here, pros and cons. Let's look at it. 20k pros and cons. Okay, let's look at the pros. I know Destiny does this, where like, he did this with masks. Like, he looks at the pros, like, oh, that stops the spread of the disease, you know, blah, blah, blah. But then he'll make a statement, a prescriptive statement, based on only the positives. So he won't look at, like, the headaches if you wear it for an extended amount of time, how it could cause lung damage if you actually have the disease because the air isn't escaping. Like, so, okay, it would postpone. I don't think that's true, but okay, yeah. That's the goal, to delay the country from being able to obtain or develop a weapon of mass destruction for at least 10 years. It's a band-aid on a broken, gaping wound. I guess so. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I have no problem with. It'd be nice to have peace within the Middle East and all that shit, but shrink its trade. Okay, yeah. I guess so. I don't know. Alright, let's look at the cons, because liberals will fucking sing the high praises of the positives. So, I mean, if you want to hear about the positive, you can listen to them talk about it. It would not stop Iran from becoming a nuclear state in the future. That's pretty much true. It only stops it for 10 years, if it even does. Um, I'm not gonna read the entire. I've kind of read it off screen. But I don't want to slow the pace of this video down to a crawl. There are loopholes. So testing missiles, of course. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, long-standing tensions between the two countries. Okay, yeah. Yeah. That's just So these are the cons and all that shit. So yeah, okay. Yeah, I feel like it'd be better to, if we were to stop a nuclear threat in the Middle East, we'd probably want to like shore up relations with those countries rather than yeah. And this is something I actually do like Trump's doing, is just getting rid of all the Obama thing. Like, I remember watching debate between T-Jump and John Maddox, and like half the things T-Jump listed was like, oh, he ended this Obama fucking thing, like this Obama regulation, or he cut these regulations or whatever. Like, oh, okay. What the fuck? I love Trump now, even more. Stop that.
For being nominated or receiving a Nobel Peace Prize is pretty fucking low, it seems, considering how much bullshit Obama pulled. But you know, drones striking children and whatnot. But I feel pretty safe.
Daily reminder that there are people who unironically want to go back to those times, and those people that unironically want to go back to the times of Obama are reactionaries by definition.
In saying that
It's better than the "you're white" meme.
Trump probably deserves a Nobel Peace Prize a lot less than Obama.
Peace deal is probably better than the fucking Iran deal.
Just look at his presidency. Now, I don't know
If there were holes in the peace deal like there are in the fucking Iran deal, you would hear about it in the media. Instead, it's silence.
if he's actually getting it or if he's just been nominated. I mean, I'm pretty sure every American president has like a pretty high chance.
Alright, I don't care about the cope.
You are the enemy of the people. CNN should be ashamed of itself having you working for them. It's like in a state of shock.
Ah, yes, thug life. The president of the United States trying to sow doubt in the American people against the press. The
Is it really Trump doing that when the media's lying? Just saying.
press, which is supposed to check the government and
Supposed to, keywords.
inform the people so that the people know what's going on, because the people need to be informed about the government in order to be able to participate in said government, which is the found.
I think you could bridge the gap if you had with technology as it is now, with like, I mean, look at Ted Cruz with the verdict. He could easily like transmit that into a like presidential thing where you can just click a button and be in touch with what he's saying. Obviously, you'd still have the media, like it would just completely replace the media. But I feel like you could bridge that gap a little bit with the president, create a stronger connection between the people and the president. I feel like you could do that without the media's help.
Foundational basis of
I don't know how much it would speak truth to power, but I don't know.
democracy, the idea that this entire
Like I said, that wouldn't be its purpose. That would be the media's purpose, as intended. My idea would be to just connect the people with the president.
country was built on. Very thug life, very presidential, you know.
I don't give a shit about the presidential shit. That's just a senpai notice me. Same thing with what about the people on the world stage? I don't fucking give a shit. We have the best free speech and Second Amendment laws than any of these fucking places. They need to catch up to us, if you want to be honest.
Sowing.
Yeah, Trump isn't presidential. He's a fucking businessman. Like, if that's what you're looking for in him, then I'm sorry. You're looking in the wrong place.
Hatred in the people against the press, so that the government has no.
I mean, it's kind of the press's fault. They've done, especially CNN, they've done some really nasty shit with the Covington kids, the blackmailing a gay 15-year-old, like, and a bunch of other shit. Like, they really, it's really kind of self-inflicted there.
One to be liable to. Very, very based.
I'm not thinking.
That's okay. I know you're not thinking. You never do.
I'm sorry.
What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question. But I watch you a lot. You ask a lot of stupid questions.
I want to have that fight with you.
Hey,
All right,
it's
we're gonna
okay.
have another fight with you.
Listen, it's okay. In the meantime, I'm president and you're not.
Are these supposed to be thug life moments? Because he's just come off as him being very unpresidential.
I don't give a shit.
And unprofessional. Yeah, Lugenpresse. Yeah.
It speaks to the freedoms we have in this country that we have a president that can say shit like that. Everyone who believes in the First Amendment should be fucking proud that this is our precedent. Like, holy shit.
Yeah. Why is it an hour? Because Crowder is paid a lot of money to spread propaganda. And
Anybody who accuses somebody else of putting out propaganda or grifting and doesn't provide a counterargument is just a dumb fucking lefty loser who doesn't have any doesn't have any counter argument of his own. So fuck, if you're just throwing that out there, like, it means you just don't have an argument.
And his absolute fucking horde of sheep eat this shit up like slop out of a...
If we want to talk about sheep, holy shit, I was gonna save this for later, but scroll down, bread tube. Yeah, okay. The amount of communist sheep, holy shit. Oops, stop doing
fucking trough. I mean, yeah, that's what this is. I like...
that. Meanwhile, everyone in the comments, kill all the landlords, expropriate the land, fucking... kill all cops, okay.
How he's not... Do you think he'll show any of those numerous...
Come on, let's...
Now, Matt. Trump... This one. Internet.
The lefties can't meme.
It's a...
I'm just gonna repeat it, the lefties can't meme.
Anything on that 10 out of 10. Wouldn't be surprised if Crowder doesn't include any of those.
I don't know. Do I seem rattled?
Subject for today.
Jesus Christ. Imagine if there was any
I know, that big a fucking mug? Oh.
leftist...
What is he, a racist?
like, content creator who had the
Hashtag blue mugs matter.
funding of Crowder. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine any... even
What was this dipshit saying? Let's go back.
Christ. Imagine if there was any leftist, like, content creator who had the funding of Crowder. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine any, even, like, I guess...
That funding, by the way, is not from billionaires, as you'll accuse him of later. It's actually his fans that actually fucking like him.
There's some liberal ones, but, like, an actual, like, more than liberal, lefter than liberal content creator who had this kind of funding to be able to have, like, a show. Stephen Colbert is a liberal. To have, like, a CGI...
I love this part.
animated intro and like a massive brand, like $100 mugs to drink dog come out of. Imagine that, John Oliver. Why are you guys listing liberals? I said leftist.
They're not leftist enough.
Liberal.
As you can see later on in this video, he's not too keen on defending Obama.
Why are you guys listing liberals? I said leftist. Liberals. Those are liberals. Stop.
There you go.
It's a very
Yeah,
nice sip. That was a sip where I had a little bit more distance. Isn't that sort of like taking like long range, right?
Okay.
Just keeping it at the jab with my tongue. It's just a little bit longer. So if you get a full body sip, it's a little
I think Chud Logic got banned from Twitch for making the joke, but I think we all know what he's drinking out of that mug.
further. It's
Whoa.
I love all the liberals, the lefties, who are like, let's not objectify people or make personal attacks on people. By the way, Ben Shapiro's wife has a wet-ass pussy. By the way, like, Abby Shapiro, or whatever, Mama's Milkers, or something like that. Like, holy fuck, the left are gigantic hypocrites. My favorite example of this is, don't attack Greta Thunberg, but let's go full throttle on fucking Barron.
Okay. The science.
I can do it all day.
That's like a liberal.
Stay locked down, but we need a haircut. Another favorite is, who cares about, defending, killing someone for property? It's just things. By the way, the fucking, material, wealth of the proletariat is really fucking important, guys. Come on.
By the way, I want to ask people, do you know what is the inspiration for that intro for Good Morning Mug Club? French Canadians, you will probably know. Wasn't a very good show, nor a very good intro.
But today's going to be a...
How the fuck is Steven Crowder going to talk about the degeneracy of the LGBT community
Yeah, because that's the thing that ever happens, ever.
when he's pandering to French Canadians? What a fucking hypocrite. Disgusting.
Today's a fantastic
Totally
show.
different than that.
Donald J. Trump, the president, has
What's
been
the
nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize.
What?
Yowza.
Oh, man.
We're going to be talking about that. My Half Asian lawyer's back in Half Asian Bill Richmond. How are you, sir?
Wonderful.
Very nice. He makes better use of that chair than Gerald B. How are you, Gerald A?
I am doing well. Bring back Gerald B.
Well,
Steven Crowder sometimes stumps me in how...
He'd probably stop doing a debate, just to be honest. None of these lefties, not even, like, fucking, Destiny, will ever debate anyone that isn't like a blathering or alt-right fucking simpleton. Like, holy fuck. Do you think that Destiny or any of these fuckers will ever debate Tim Pool or Ben Shapiro or Steven Crowder, who Destiny's been like maximum like reply guying to? Like, holy fuck. Holy fuck. And whenever they do these debunk videos, it's always so fucking bad. It's like, Destiny's like, oh, fucking Ben Shapiro's a grifter because blah, blah, blah. Like, what does he mean when he says black people making, bad personal choices? And then he's fucking silent when Ben Shapiro's talking about, having sex out of wedlock or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, dude. Or the fucking Tim Pool video where he's like, he only watched like the first 4 minutes and went on a fucking semi-autistic rant about, you can't just say that Trump is, going to be better than Biden because of this. And he's like, and I'm like, just sitting there like, he's not saying that. He's just listing them off for his viewers who may not have seen them already. Like, fuck, and didn't even finish the video. Bet Destiny will never debate Tim Pool.
Oh, turn it down a little bit. Yeah, we'll
Too scared.
turn down the speed a little bit for you guys because I know you don't all have brains that run at 500 miles an hour like mine.
It's a shame that your brain is like 70 IQ. Runs super fast, but can't play Crisis.
Steven Crowder does this weird... I've noticed him doing this, and it's probably because he's racist, how often a lot of his jokes and a lot of what he says, even when they're not jokes...
I love all these liberals who never watch a single show, only watch the Twitter clips, and make broad brush statements about what his comedy is. I love it. I love it.
always point out race. Like, we covered that...
So I think in this example, like where he's saying quarter black Garrett and half Asian Bill Richmond, I feel like these are kind of like, I hate to say characters, but like characters or caricatures on like a, like, I don't know. I don't think he's doing it as a pointed attack or anything. I don't watch comedy, so I can't really think of any good example to kind of tell you what I'm trying to think of, but like, I don't think it's like he thinks of race as everything. I think it's, I don't know.
That video a little while back where he's on the street and he's doing his change my mind thing, and this Hispanic dude, or it might have been a white dude, I'm pretty sure he was Hispanic, I think he said he was Hispanic, didn't want to debate him, and he was like, no, I know who you
Because lefties are pussies.
are, you're racist. And he was like, debate me, like chasing him down the street while he's like walking down the street with his group of friends going shopping. And he's like, how can I be racist? That guy over there is with me. He's black. He's an Asian dude.
First of all, that's a totally legitimate argument. I can't be racist if I'm friends with a black guy or an Asian guy or whatever. Like, that's a totally legitimate argument.
And he does that sort of identity politics, and then
that is laughable that we would make that accusation at him, when I bet you this guy 100% believes in critical race theory. I guarantee you, this guy and all of his friends believe in critical race theory. I fucking guarantee you.
On top of that, the numerous clips of him, what's the one where
Numerous.
he does that super racist Asian stereotype thing?
Can we make a word distinction here? Like, can we make the distinction between racist and racially insensitive? Like, just because if I make a joke about black people liking fried chicken, doesn't mean I hate black people. Though I would make the concession that, yeah, it is a racially insensitive joke. But just because you make a racially insensitive joke does not portray some, like, racial hatred or whatever. Like, fuck.
I mean,
Such a one-dimensional fucking view.
the guy knows how to skirt the line pretty hard. I wouldn't even say...
Holy fuck, breadtubers are the best at skirting the line. Where they're literally, like, calling for the genocide of homeowners and cops and all that, and they do not get in trouble. Or all the crypto tankies like Hassan and fucking Mike from CCP, where they have the font and the flag and the hammer and sickle, like, oh no, it's not, you know, blah, 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 blah. Like, oh, the USSR had some pretty good takes and some pretty bad takes, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, holy fuck. Talk about skirting the line.
It's skirting the line. He just knows how to get away with this shit. Like the, I think it was the, was the shirt God Hates Figs or something? Was the name of the shirt? Hold on.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest here, as a fellow fig. God probably does hate figs, and for good fucking reason. With the, you know, your rights end where my wedding begins thing, and with what happened to August Ames, like, holy fuck. Being gay and not being an entitled fuckhead is super hard when you watch that shit.
Oh, socialism is for figs. Sorry. Yeah. This one. The socialism is for. He claims it's figs. So.
To be honest, I don't even care if he even actually puts the A word on, or the FA. You know what I mean? Like, I don't fucking care. I'm not a hypersensitive fucking snowflake that's going to melt at any, like, imagined slight.
That's, very sneaky there. Hold on, where's the racist Asian thing? Crowder, racist Asian...
So you see what he's doing? He's literally cherry picking. This is a cherry picking fig right here. Like, he is picking out one example, and I think it's actually an older example.
Outfit, or racist bit, or, I don't know. Like, where is it? I need to remind you all who we're watching here. Just gonna...
This week marks the second show in June, which is across the globe.
I don't know, I feel like it's older. Something could be completely
To
wrong.
experience and appreciate all the great cultures this world has to offer. This week, the mystical, age-old culture of China.
He feels a little bit like chubbier, maybe? I don't know. Maybe this is a newer clip. Maybe this is like 2018 or something. But I don't know. It's hard to gauge. So, like, if he's really pulling this out of, like, an older clip, that seems super disingenuous. But even if it isn't, like, I don't know. So I'll make the concession here that Crowder is not good at racial humor. Like, I'll just make that concession. It's probably not his strong suit. I mean, I don't think he's racist. I don't fucking care. Let's have all the offensive comedy. I don't fucking care. I think only fucking morons on the left would think that just because you make a racial joke, that means you are racist. And the idea that Crowder's going mask off when you pull a clip that's probably at least 3 years old, like, is really fucking funny. Like, if Crowder said something, Steven had said something like, I don't think black people can, if he had said something like, I don't think black people can rise to their full potential without Republican help, that I would see as racist. Which is why I think, like, the idea of systemic racism, black people can't rise above that, is also racist. But if he said that, I'd be like, okay, I at least understand where you could see that. But cherry picking some clips, I don't know, dude.
He's done plenty of other pretty racist bits like that. It's not
Well, shit, find more, please.
very uncommon on Crowder's show.
You don't know that. I guarantee you don't watch it religiously.
So it's really, really, it's very telling to me how often he likes to point out the race of people in his crew.
Again, critical race theory. Look it up. It is literally like a fucking racist race baiting against white people. And it breaks people down to their race. It is a Marxist view, but with race. Like, holy shit.
The unironic
It's so fucking ironic.
tokenism, like, by the way, Asian.
Oh my god, the fucking tokenism on the left, especially during, like, the Gamergate times, where, like, they'd be like, oh, I'm for, like, black liberation and, female liberation, and I'm for the gays and all that. So if you attack me, you must be, like, sexist and racist and homophobic. Like, the fucking unironic tokenism on the left is nowhere near compared to the tokenism on the right. Like, holy fuck. Like, holy shit. It's so funny that you would make that accusation against Crowder. It's really fucking funny.
We got an Asian, half Asian. He's half Asian.
Oh, we got a gay guy who supports our ideals. Fucking throw that out there. Throw that.
Did you not see that before? You know how he just like, let's go ahead and.
Today's gonna be a good
Today's
show.
a fantastic show.
Totally different than that.
Donald J. Trump, the president. Gerald B. How are you, Gerald?
This is conservative comedy, guys.
Yep, this is all a conservative comedy. A guy who never watches conservative comedy aside from fucking Twitter clips or whatever. and decided to do a bad faith shitty video talking about painting shit with a broad brush, fucking cherry picking like a moron.
The right is getting funnier and the left is getting nervous.
Bring back Gerald D.
Well,
what?
Oh,
He
hey.
used to hate
Did you just
Gerald
start
D.
I don't know.
Well, you put it.
Wait, is that true? Wait, his lawyer did like a Hail Hitler thing?
I don't know if that's true. Maybe for a skit or something? Fuck if I know.
Is that true? The half Asian lawyer he had to point out? Is that true? He did like a Hail Hitler thing?
It's funny because weren't the British Labour Party super in trouble because a lot of their fucking members hated Jews? Like, okay, we can go down that rabbit hole. Ilhan Omar, who's that?
If anyone has a link to that, I'd love to see it.
Put him against Bill, and it's a toss-up most of the time.
Really?
I love you, Gerald.
I don't agree. Porter Black Garrett is here.
Hey, good
Audio
morning.
Wade. We're going to be talking about a whole lot. We're going to be talking about the Nobel Peace Prize. We're going to be talking about Daniel Prude and why that police interaction was almost exemplary. Don't blame the police. Blame the Fauci hood.
I don't care about this. I care about the Trump thing. Does he have timestamps? No timestamps. Really? This is a massive channel and we've got no timestamp?
Problem is it's kind of unscripted and off the hook, so it'd be weird to ask timestamps. But I agree, yeah.
Scuzio. Until we see.
Shouldn't you have prepared this shit beforehand? I know you were streaming this, but I mean seriously.
Oh, is that Trump? No. Talking about it here?
It was like about 3 or 4 months, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
And a part of me feels as though, I mean, Barack Obama maybe even didn't want it. I want to believe that
Right,
that's, and
yeah.
maybe he's not that self-obsessed narcissist
he's
that we
talking
believe
about
all
it now.
politicians to be. Like, he woke up and they probably said, hey, listen, hey, Barack, you're going to get the Peace Prize. I said, oh, you're shitting me. I haven't done anything yet.
You know, in public, he actually was like, "I don't deserve this."
Right.
Other people have really done something,
Yeah.
and I've done nothing. Universally, people were like,
Yep.
he's only been here 200 days." Like,
Yeah.
what?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's just how Obama kind of conducted himself in public. He tried to present himself as very humble, down.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Every well, except for Trump, but like a lot of presidents will do that. Well, they'll if they aren't, they'll try to pretend to be that. I don't know. I feel like I don't know much about Obama because I just wasn't political back then. But like, I don't know. Just from I don't know.
Your barbecue and drink a beer with. That is probably one of the, besides racism, probably the most effective way to market yourself to the voter base in America.
Racism. Okay, well, fuck. I'm gonna run in 2020. White power is gonna be my fucking campaign. Racism. That should really fucking sell it to the people. If you race. Okay, yeah. It would have been at least a little bit like self-aware if he said fear-mongering. Like that would have been like, oh, okay, well, climate change is going to destroy the world in 12 years, and take all the guns because school shootings that happen like every 5 years or something. Like, okay, who fear-mongers more?
America. Coming off as like just another guy, like that's a pretty common thing. A lot of Obama's brand definitely better than what Trump does. And did Obama deserve it? I mean, I don't know who else was nominated. He probably wasn't the most deserving in terms of who was nominated, but I don't know. Like, doesn't really care about this part.
What's going on?
Well, he was given the Peace Prize for capturing the world's attention and giving its people hope for a better future. So I don't
That comment aged well.
know if they can
Aged well. Aged well.
rescind it after 8 years and they see the economy.
Oh, it didn't work
I have no
out,
idea.
yeah.
Just like the Grinch with the candy canes pouring out while the kids are sleeping.
Yeah.
That's what they should do with Barack Obama.
I'm not noticing a lot of racialized humor here, by the way.
Is Crowder gonna make me defend Barack Obama?
The worst thing you could tell a fucking bread tuber to do. No, I don't want to defend Obama.
I mean, he did run his campaign on like hope and change. That was his whole thing.
Yeah, everybody fucking does that in their own unique way. Even Donald Trump, like, if you're the right kind of person, was kind of pushing that message.
But I mean, he was pretty bad, but I
I love how he's struggling to defend Obama.
don't care. I don't care about this. I'm not defending Obama. You're not baiting me, Crowder. You're not fucking baiting me.
Yeah,
Peace Prize.
exactly.
And by the way, peace is in the name. This is one of the things that I will tell you. Okay, I don't know what it really is. All right, I don't really know what the Nobel Peace Prize is because Barack Obama, longest wartime in modern American history
Yeah,
for
I bet.
presidents. They were bashing Donald Trump for being anti-military the other day. I don't think he's anti-military. I do think he's anti-war. He's probably the most anti-war president that I can think of in recent memory.
Not true. Republicans are war hawks. Way more.
No, fuck off, fuck off. That is a pivot, and there's a distinction there that needs to be made. There are Republicans that are war hawks. There are also a bunch of liberals now that Trump is anti-war. Now liberals are pro-war now. Like, there's a huge distinction between the fucking neocons and, like, warmongers. Trump and the new, like, populist right. Like, holy shit. If you talk to Nick Fuentes, warmongers versus Trump, huge distinction. Like, there's a huge distinction between the fucking neocons and, like, warmongers versus Trump and the new, like, populist right. Like, holy shit. If you talk to Nick Fuentes, you would drop the idea that all conservatives are warmongers. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. And you think, the fact that you think that that's kind of like a gotcha, like, oh, you're wrong, is fucking astounding.
More so than Democrats. Trump has literally Trump has probably done the most to stoke. Okay, so for one, you can't claim that Trump deserves the Nobel Peace Prize.
Hold up, that's not even what we're talking about. We're talking about who is more pro-war. Like, Obama had a full-scale war going on during his 8 years, his 2 terms, and Trump has been anti-war. He's comparing it to Obama. We're not even talking about that yet. We're not even getting to that. You're jumping ship. Also, he deserves a fucking peace prize for the UAE deal.
Prize more than Obama, because while this isn't even true, he apparently dislikes war and is more
It is true, and your fucking gotcha was pathetic.
peace-loving than Obama when we have literal civil unrest in our country due to the broken economic and justice system.
Wait, why are we pivoting to rioters now? What is this? Wait, I thought we were talking about Middle East shit. Why are we pivoting to... Ugh. I love all the fucking liberals that like are so biting the Biden bullet on this thing. It's Trump's fault for the riots and all that. Like, dude, you realize Trump has been trying to send federal troops in, and when he does, you call him a fascist. Like, which is it? Are you a partisan hack, or like you gonna give him some leeway? Like, dude, he's trying. Also, the idea that the fucking president has full control of this country is not fucking true. Like, there are checks and balances in to prevent that shit. So to lay the blame on Trump for the coronavirus or for the fucking riots is absolutely ridiculous. It shows a fucking lack of knowledge of how our country works. But of course, I guess lefties want to tear it all down. So why would they need to read up on it? And that's not me being hyperbolic. This guy's a literal bread tuber, okay? Like, he fucking unironically went on a Destiny stream sipping for Fosh, okay? Don't pull this, oh, you're being hyperbolic. No, I'm not.
That we have here, in which we have riots in the streets, simply advocating.
Who's rioting? The right or the left? Simple question. Can you find me a right winger rioting without pulling some conspiratorial, like, mystery umbrella man, white nationalist or whatever?
For there not to be black people getting the shit beaten out of them and killed by police. I'm sorry, but if you're overlooking a system like that, hold on, hasn't also Trump literally demonizing protesters,
rioters? Why do lefties conflate the two? Why do I have to, like, let's say I supported the protests. Like, I guess if let's just say I did. Like, that's a whole other thing about George Floyd, and was it excited delusion that was kind of caused by the Black Lives Matter propaganda, thinking he was going to die. Like, let's say I was fully in support of the protest. I could be against the rioters, and then because I don't want the rioting, suddenly I'm like a white nationalist or whatever. And these rioting is somehow Trump's fault.
Attacking the media. God, like can we just go
He simps so hard for the media too. Like, fuck.
over all the shit that Trump has done? How can you argue that Trump deserves the Nobel Peace Prize when under Obama, at the very least, there wasn't massive, like, countrywide...
Dude, fucking Baltimore had a massive riot. fucking there was a pretty big protest in Minneapolis, like the Ferguson riots happened, or the Ferguson shit happened under Obama. I can't remember if they were riots or just protests or whatever. I think they were riots. Like, yeah, that was a massive fucking thing, but like, yeah, Black Lives Matter was a huge thing under Obama, and it's just now becoming a huge thing under Trump. But like, the only reason BLM wasn't a huge thing under Obama is because they figured they had a liberal president, so they, like, most people just didn't go out, like, you know. And also race relations were like way worse under Obama because of Black Lives Matter, but okay.
Riots and civil unrest.
I like how we're kind of sadly not saying it out loud, but agreeing that the Black Lives Matter riots are bad. Like, he's trying to pin that on Trump, kind of saying that, oh, the riots are bad. I'm glad we agree on that, Conrad.
There were protests under Obama. Don't get me wrong.
There were 2 riots and I think 2 other protests. There were, I don't know.
BLM really started to gain traction
There were also terrorist attacks under Obama because we didn't have the fucking Middle East situation at all under control.
under Obama, but it was nowhere close to this level. There was nowhere close to this amount of police shootings. I'm pretty sure we've had
I think it's about equal. Fuck. There's... Oh my god, I can't remember. Okay, there's Zimmerman, Mike Brown, Freddie Gray, Jamar Clark. Can't remember if there was a riot in Chicago around the same time. Fuck, I can't... Okay, God, I can't remember. It's been so fucking long since that dumb shit. Then we have George Floyd, Rayshard Brooks, Jacob Blake or whatever, Kenosha guy. I think that's 3. I think it's about equal.
have we had more instances of, I mean, it would be like equivalent. Like, we'd have to talk about per capita because Obama was in office for 8 years.
I loved how we pivoted away from the fucking Middle Eastern shit. Like, okay.
Trump's only been in office for 4, but
Because you know that's a wash because of the fucking deal.
comparison, if we were to sort of like line up the ratio.
I think when it comes to, if we include BLM riots and stuff like that as terrorist attacks, which I think we should because terrorism is committing violence in support of a political ideology, I think there are more people dead through terrorist attacks under Obama than there were Trump.
Right? To make it statistically even. Has there been more police brutality and riots under Trump than Obama? I'm pretty sure there has been.
I would, considering the 8 years of Obama, I'm sure there's more. I'm sure it's by a small margin, though. I don't see why this matters, though. It's not like, these people are so stupid. They act like the president can just fucking, like, like the president has any control over local police. Like, holy fuck.
Definitely riots and protests, 100%. Now, Obama was a war criminal, absolutely. Not defending it, not defending the majority of the stuff Obama did. But if we're talking about who's better, Obama or Trump, the answer is pretty fucking obvious.
Trump.
Well, one of the statistics was that he is the first president who has not started in an international armed conflict in 39 years.
Wow.
And the last president who went that long won the Nobel Peace Prize, Jimmy Carter.
Right.
Well, very nice. Good for him. Well, he
Good
got
for
it in
him.
the first freaking few months. Okay, so that stat doesn't matter.
Wait, didn't Trump almost start a massive armed conflict?
See, that's the distinction, almost. But he killed a fucking terrorist, okay? Like, and yeah, I don't like the fucking intervention in the Middle East shit, but it's a complicated fucking quagmire. And I'm glad that if he's gonna fucking intervene, it's gonna be to kill a terrorist or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Conflict when
if that guy was orchestrating shit against the U.S., I'd rather him be taken out.
he bombed, what was his name? Soleimani, I think his name was?
I'm more pissed at the fucking warmongers who are trying to use every single instance of this kind of shit to launch into a war with Iran.
Like, we were literally... Wait, there was like a point where we were literally teetering on the edge of a war with Iran. Soleimani. Yeah, salami. Yeah. It was literally like World War III is coming at the beginning of this year. We barely skirt away on that on our fucking. We skirt away on that with the skin of our teeth, and it's still possible.
I don't think anyone thought World War III was gonna come except for like the fucking warmongers who really wanted it.
It's still something that's on the table, right? Iran's not going to forgive us for that. Not to mention Trump pulled out of the Iran.
We've been fucked with our relationship with Iran since like the 70s or whatever. I don't think we're fixing that. I don't know. Maybe Trump can pull something off, or maybe Ted Cruz as the next president. I don't fucking know. I think this video's gone on long enough. We're getting into the second half now. We are 21 minutes into the 39-minute thing. Okay, well, that's gonna be this video. Gonna be the end. We're gonna go into the next part. See ya.